fucking person.
Hello, Craig.
Gentlemen, Craig, Associated Bots. Welcome. Episode 13. It's another joyous Thursday.
Yeah, episode 13 on Friday the 13th on Thursday.
Okay, still good tonight, but okay. So how we feeling?
Oh man, feeling incredible after that wonderful PlayStation showcase.
What PlayStation showcase, you ask? Oh, well, just the PlayStation showcase that played today.
Infinitely better than last year.
Yeah,
last year was.
Well, I mean, they didn't have shit to show us last year. Realistically, right? Like they was just showing nothing but trailers, the same trailer.
All I remember from last year was Resident Evil and maybe Ratchet and Clank.
The one thing that I did appreciate about this showcase is that they didn't give us those fucking developer interviews. Thank God. I was like,
yeah, it was just straight trailers. Yeah,
action trailers and keep it moving. I don't want to hear. So on this one, we really put our heart. My nigga, stop, bro. They had y'all working 90 hours. I get it. Let's just come on.
Y'all put y'all heart and soul in this because they made y'all.
Yeah, word with no overtime. I get it. I understand, bro. But I just don't. I don't do like an interview if you're gonna do that, because I can watch the interview separately or choose to ignore it. Like if it's the showcase, like come on, man. I don't want, like, but
yeah, I do like this year. They did all the interviewing afterwards. I think you already stopped watching by that point, but I watched. They talked about God of War a little bit, and then I think right when I stopped watching, they started talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, like as soon as I saw like that last trailer, I was like, or last like they did like the recap.
They
thing.
showed
I was like,
everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this shit done. So I actually came in late, right? When I came in, the first game I saw was Forspoken, which I'm gonna get to in a second. But there were some things that happened before I came in. Boy, oh boy, there were some fucking things.
There were. There definitely were. Knights of the Old Republic.
That's the
remake,
one.
not a remaster.
A remake.
Rebuilt from the ground up, brand new for PS5. That's gonna take at least about 120 hours from me, easily, probably more.
Yeah,
definitely
that's
more.
Whatever. And it's gonna be a PS5 console exclusive at launch. Like, not that I care. All right, like, but
is it?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh man, if you don't got a PS5, man, you broke.
And so the funniest thing is, like, I didn't know who a Spear was, like the company that's doing the port.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked into the games, and I'm okay. I trust you guys. Yeah, I think you guys will
What
get it
games
right.
have they done?
So they've done Star Wars, Jedi Knight Outcast.
Oh, okay.
Right, they did Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh.
They've done let's see, Knights of the Republic 2, Knights of the Republic 1, Borderlands the pre-sequel.
Oh, okay.
Unleashed.
Force Unleashed, they did that? Oh no.
Again, this is a publisher sale, so I don't know how involved they were, but they were involved. They did BioShock Infinite, Borderlands 2. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, look, if you guys already did both of the Knights of the Old Republic, so y'all were there for those. Okay, cool. You did Jedi Outcast, Duke Nukem. I'm like, yeah, y'all got it.
Yeah, these niggas, y'all got it. Y'all got the code.
I ain't even gonna trip. Y'all got it. Y'all ain't gonna fuck this up. I know y'all won't.
They not, because I'm gonna come see them if they do.
We ain't gonna have to see nobody. I promise you.
No, I got full faith in them. I got full faith.
So another one I saw or didn't see, but saw that I missed was Project Eve. That
woo boy.
That one looks pretty damn good. It looked like some old Bayonetta type shit. Like
it looked like with the boss fights and everything. To me, it looked like Dark Souls mixed with Devil May Cry. Because they had the giant monster bosses like angels with 700,000 eyes, and they got these giant health bars, and you swinging an electric sword at them. She was jumping around doing tricks and shit. Like
I'm just like casually watching this video while you talking. Keep going.
Yeah, no, she's super fast. That's where the movement really is what made me feel like it was Devil May Cry, and the boss fights and the narration in the story is where it kind of looks like a Soulsborne type game.
Yeah, okay. This shit look kind. You know what would be crack? And I do kind of like. You remember Onimusha? I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of games take from that vein too. And it's kind of weird to see where Onimusha fits in when you figure between the Nears, the
What would you call
Bayonetta.
Onimusha? Like a hack and slash?
To me, it's all in the same categories. Devil May Cry, the Bayonettas, the Nears. Like I know they're not all the same game, but like
But they're the same. Like you would call a Dark Souls
same
game, like a
formula.
Soulsborne. I
Yeah,
think they're hack and slashes. I would call them.
essentially, I would think so. Yeah, I mean, because I mean, let's be real here. What is Devil May Cry but hacking and slashing?
Yeah, you hacking and slashing. It's a lot of that.
Um, so another one. I don't even know if this is on the showcase, but I literally hadn't heard of this game. It was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the Borderlands
Yo,
spinoff.
that shit looks so fucking good.
It looks pretty
If you
hard.
like Borderlands, then you'll like that game.
That shit looks pretty hard. There ain't much to say about it. It looks good. It looks
It's
good. I'm
literally
interested.
fucking pirate fantasy Borderlands.
I'm
Niggas were
100%.
using magic and guns. I'm sold.
Um, so I'm 100% sold on that. What else? So the first one I saw, and from here is the actual list, is Forspoken. So I remember seeing the trailer about this, maybe like a year ago, or just the visuals of like the movement. And I was like, yeah, this should look nice. It looks sexy. But you know, my thing is, especially moving forward, I'm afraid of these games that look really good, but that's it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like because I know a lot of these people are putting these fucking huge budgets out to promo these games to make these beautiful games, and then gameplay wise, it might be a 6, could be a 7. So it's like the first time I seen this, I was like, I hope it's not one of those. But then once I saw the combat on that,
Oh
and I
yeah.
was like, yeah, yeah,
This
just take the bread, just take the bread from me.
it's crazy. This showcase, like 90% of the games, I was like, yeah, that's an automatic cop.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely getting
90
that.
percent of these, I was like, bro, if this is 16, yeah, no, 70, we'll figure it
It's,
out. But
what
60, yeah, no.
all the ones that are PS5 exclusives, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be 70. It seems like the trend because Ratchet and Clank was 70, Returnal was 70, Demon Souls was 70. Seems like anything PS5 exclusive is gonna be 70.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. Yeah, well, it is what it is. But this shit looks hard. Forspoken
Yeah,
looks crazy.
it definitely does.
Yeah, that combat. Once I saw like the first like couple of things I was like, yeah, yeah,
What really got me was like you were saying, the first trailer you saw with the movement, the way she was zipping around and like it's like she had like this light grapple and was like pulling herself to rooftops and like flying and shit. Like that shit looked crazy.
yeah. Off of movement alone, I was like, dog, this game looks and it's got the feel. It's just that the combat's got to be there because
And
that's
when she got into combat, to me, I don't know if you played Infamous, but it was looking like Infamous. Like the way she had her hand up, one hand like kind of blocking with this magic spell, and then she was like shooting fireballs from the other hand. It's like just how the nigga in Infamous was shooting lightning bolts out of his
I played
hand.
Infamous. So it's been a while. I don't remember which one I played. I beat one of them though.
I think I played all of them, but I only beat the first one.
Because I know that there's like 3, right? There's third one.
Yeah.
I know I didn't play the third one, so I get that's out the picture. It was 1 and 2. I played 1, and then I didn't. I played the other one a little bit and didn't beat it, but I beat 1. I think it was 1 I beat probably, and 2 I played a little bit and didn't beat. But Infamous is pretty hard too. I was actually curious to see if there was going to be a sort of Infamous remake or even a remaster or anything.
I actually heard rumors of that too, that there might have been, but we didn't see it,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
I
So,
mean, we don't really need Infamous because we have
yeah, no,
Spider
there's a
Man.
lot of games that fill that void at this point. Between Spider
Infamous is
Man,
made by the same people that made Spider Man and
oh yeah,
also
yeah.
this upcoming Wolverine.
Yeah, right, right. So I don't want to jump ahead,
So
right?
they
So
don't. I'm just
so we
saying we don't need Infamous because we already got that type of game.
we already got Infamous.
Yeah, exactly. We already got Infamous, and now we got niggas doing the same thing. So sorry,
um,
Infamous.
what else? So Sports Spoken, and then it was Rainbow Six Extraction. Now I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about this like at
I
all.
don't either.
I liked it though. It looked cool. Like the concept of them not fighting regular niggas and fighting,
Yeah, and I'll
little
give it to him. It's
beasts.
different, but I'm not going out of my way to get it. Like I'm
I'm
not gonna get it at launch. If it's
well,
on sale, if it's like $30, I'll get it.
yeah, that's probably gonna be after a year. It's out. The DLCs. Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure. Like don't get me
like
wrong. Like
I absolutely love Siege and I play it semi competitively and do ranked and shit. But I mean,
this ain't even gonna be that. I don't even know what this is gonna be. So
it's 700 generic zombie shooters out there. Just adding Rainbow Six Siege characters doesn't make it even better.
Out and like nigga, what is or Back for Dead, right?
Back for Blood.
Yeah, that's just like, bruh.
We don't need this.
Nah. I got a whole series dedicated to this, nigga. So next one was Alan Wake Remastered. Now I'm gonna be honest. Every time I see an Alan Wake game, it looks like shit to me. Only to me. So I never played any of them. Never wanted to.
There's only been one.
Okay, there's only one. Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of another series that's
probably
also,
like Alone in the Dark.
Maybe, I don't know, but there's a couple.
Because that's another game where you had to use light to fight off darkness, and that game was shit.
Yeah. So I kind of put Alan Wake in that same box. So I think it was unfair because I never played it. I never even looked at it. I was just like, nah, it looks just like the rest of them shits. Get out of here. So I'd be interested. I'm not paying $70 for a remaster, but I'd be interested to see this and to play it because I never played it before. So I'm sure playing the remaster on the PS5 is probably the way to play it.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see how that goes.
I would say PS5 is definitely the best way to play it because it's 2 console generations behind. I'm a huge Alan Wake fan. I played it on 360 when it came out in launch, and what do they call it? I know it's platinum when you get every trophy on PlayStation. What do they call it on Xbox? You got all the achievements. I don't know. I got every achievement in that game, and then I got the DLC and got every achievement in the DLC. The game was like that.
So but Alan Wake's not like it's not like Heavy Rain, right?
No.
Okay.
It's story driven.
I thought it was like. I never played it.
Jason,
deeper.
No, it's definitely not like Heavy Rain. It's have you? This is a shot in the dark, but have you seen the movie Secret Window with Johnny Depp?
No, keep going.
It's a movie about an author that writes a story, and the story comes to life. That's what Alan Wake is. So he writes this story, and then the shit that happens in the story starts coming to life. And this town that he's in gets overtaken by this darkness, and this darkness like possesses people and turns them into monsters. And the only way that you can, definitely, you definitely get Silent Hill vibes when you're playing it. The only way that you can actually kill these people is with light. So you have a flashlight in one hand, and you have a gun in the other hand. If you shoot them with bullets, nothing happens. You can only kill them with light. Yeah, exactly. You can only kill them with the light, and like the survival horror elements comes in because flashlight isn't infinite. Obviously, you got to find ammo, you got to find batteries. It's really good. It's a lot of fun, and I would definitely say PS5 is gonna be the best way to play it because otherwise, what are you gonna do? Get a 360?
No, I definitely won't.
Yeah.
So next was Ghostwire Tokyo. Now this looks really fucking interesting.
I'm
not gonna lie.
As soon as the trailer started, I was immediately drawn in.
My only worry is that maybe it's a little clunky, like in terms of the actual fighting or the action or something. I don't know. I can't tell from the trailer, but I know with a lot of shit going on the screen, some games.
I know exactly what you meant. Like some of the attacks, I was like, I didn't really feel the damage on that. Like, yeah, he flew back, but I didn't really feel like he did anything.
Yeah,
but
so some of them.
Do we even get a release date for it? Like, I feel like they're still in the early stages.
I mean, visually, this shit is beautiful. I mean,
yeah.
I was dying though in the intro where they had the dudes running, and it's like, of all the technological advances we've had with video games, niggas still can't get niggas running right, and it's so funny because like they were almost like running in place, but like it was hilarious. Like niggas was pumping mad hard, but going nowhere.
It's like you're running in a dream. That's like the caveat with running in video games. You can never get it right.
And it's like, don't even bother wasting mocap on it. They're like, nah, forget it. We'll just use our old animated running files from a while back.
Even when they do mocap, it's not like the niggas actually run. The niggas like run in place. Yeah. And so when they animate it, that's all they got.
At least with the mocap, let these niggas like I'll put these niggas on a track and have these niggas sprinting,
something, right?
Jogging, leaping over shit. But yeah,
I'm really interested in the story for this one because from that trailer, especially since it was in Japanese with no subtitles, I couldn't tell anything that was going on. But I did notice some yokai, some Japanese demon. Did you see the slit mouth woman with the giant pair of scissors? like throughout the trailer, I was seeing these different monsters from Japanese mythology and these different legends, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to see where this is going. Did like demons come to Earth? What's going on? Niggas getting swallowed up in the smoke, and they closed. The only thing that's left. This shit looks crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks good. Like you said, I'd be interested to see where they take the story. How they fleshed out the history and the background of all the different mythology and all that. It'll be interesting. Is that did we see what studio that was? I didn't. But
I think it flashed up, but I didn't recognize it.
I was gonna say because I was curious if it was like a Japanese studio or if it was a it's
So it
Tango
was kind of
Gameworks is the developer.
it's kind of hard to tell
Japanese
what.
studio. Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say this showcase. A lot of the games were in Japanese without subtitles, so it was kind of hard to tell which
Ooh.
studios were Japanese and which studios were
So the
American.
only thing that was the publisher is Bethesda.
The publisher, that's funny as hell.
We'll have to see, but
No, the
it's a
publisher is
Japanese
Bethesda. They're
studio.
not
So
making it.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
so
I
we don't
know.
got.
It's
I'm
a
not worried
Japanese
about
studio. So I
bugs.
think that they'll probably handle it's the same studio that did Evil Within.
Oh, I fucking love Evil
You know that
Within.
game? Yeah.
Evil Within 1 and 2, I beat the dog. That was another game on Xbox that got every achievement. Evil Within
Yeah.
2.
So they made those two. So I think this
Oh
is
yeah,
definitely
they.
up their alley. It's a
Yeah, I
Japanese
definitely got
studio.
full faith in them if they made Evil Within.
So they should probably get all the lore and all that shit right for this. So this should be fire. This should be fire, honestly. What was next? Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was Spider-Man when I first saw it, and I was like, oh, it's just Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't give a shit. Then I saw a little gameplay, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
See, that's what I first thought the first time I saw it, like, oh, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's probably gonna be ass just like what was that Avengers game that came out? That game
Yeah,
was dog shit. So I thought
that
it was
game
gonna be
has
like
so
that.
much potential too.
That's what, and I feel like this game picks up the pieces where Avengers left off. This is the potential that Avengers had.
Yeah,
Once I
I mean,
started seeing more and more gameplay, I was like, yo,
actually, Guardians of the
yo,
Galaxy is the best game to do it because you have the classes already set. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like you got Star Lord, you got a Rocket, you got
Gamora, you got
Gamora,
Drax, the
you
big
got
strong
yeah,
nigga,
Drax. There we go. I
you
couldn't get
got Groot,
thinking
Tree
Batista.
Man.
I was like, I know it's not his name. But
Fuck
yeah, so you
Batista.
already have everything set up, so like you can make it 4 player, 5 player, 4 player, whatever. So I'd be interested to see how they do. I don't know if they'll do this for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just a thought, but I wish studios would go back to like the mode like co-op, right? Like this would be a
Yeah,
perfect game for co-op, in my opinion. Like I don't see how Guardians of the Galaxy is a co-op game to me. Like you can
literally,
do
you
it solo,
got
of course.
5 or 6 different niggas there. You can just pick somebody and jump in.
Yeah, but to me, like this is like a 4 player game. This is easy. You can always have everybody controls all four, and maybe Groot's off limit, and he's just the comic relief. I don't know,
Just
but
Groot.
yeah, I'm Groot. I don't got no abilities, nigga. I just Groot. But so yeah, so to me, I don't know. This should definitely be a co-op game. I don't know if it will be, but this co-op
Yeah, I
would
haven't heard
be fire.
any mentions of co-op, but I definitely agree. It definitely should have it.
Like if
I mean,
any
it's literally
game
set
is
up
made,
for it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If any game's made for a co-op decision tree, like this is definitely it. So we'll see. I do want to see more gameplay because the gameplay I saw looked kind of good. I'd be interested to see how the classes work and all that other shit, or any of the internals. But obviously that'll be a while before we get there.
Or maybe
Um,
it's not even classes. Maybe the niggas just
yeah, you might just play Star
do
Wars for like
themselves.
the whole time, which I would be mad though if they made you just play Star
No,
Wars the entire
definitely
time.
not.
I'd be
That
sick.
would be
No,
fucking
you know what they're
sick.
gonna do? You know what they're gonna do? You're gonna play Star Lord for like 70% of the game, and it's gonna be select sections of the story where like, oh no, we've been separated. Now you gotta play as Drax, and you gotta, you know what I mean? But it's only a small section. It's only gonna be a small section. They're not gonna give you the option to just like actually split up the playtime between all the people. At least I don't think. Now if they did again, that would be hard too.
That would definitely be hard. I would love to play as Drax or Gamora. Shit, even Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely a lot of to me that game has a ton of potential for like multiplayer, like for just
Yeah.
more than 1, 2 to 4. Like we'll see what they
Shit.
do.
Imagine like not even co-op. Imagine actual multiplayer in that game,
Oh yeah,
like
that's
a
stupid.
third person shooter.
I would do the multiplayer almost like a Battlefront, where it's like armies and like you control like
Yeah,
you know what I
a
mean? Like
certain
yeah,
faction.
right, yeah, yeah. Like, you lead, you're the Star Lord, and you got the Nova Corps. You know what I mean? And so is somebody else, and yeah, it'll work.
See, this is why we need to get put in these studios. I don't know how to make a game, but I got ideas. We could be the idea man.
Oh yeah, I'm idea man all day, nigga.
Yeah, see,
Nigga
we
fuck
come up
around me
with the
8 months
ideas,
into development. Yo, I got this new idea. He like, no, chill.
bro.
Look,
We almost done,
we
bro.
just finished animating the flaps on the cape that you described. No, I know. I'm just saying, look, what if he had 2 capes? One in the front, one in the back. Wouldn't that be crazy? Because nobody's ever had 2 capes. He's like, 2 capes is a dress, nigga.
No, yo, because like one cape is coming off of his shoulders, right? So then you put one cape around his waist. So it's like a one of them Roman leather skirts they had when they was going into war. You got one of them.
He's like, so not a cape. He's like, oh, okay,
No, but
we're
it's
arguing
not gonna be leather and armor, but it's gonna be flowing like the cape in the back. I'm just giving you an example because it's never been done before.
He said, look, I really feel like we're getting caught up on the semantics. I think we should really stick to execution, right? So how do we get both capes to flow in the wind?
They gotta be symmetrical.
What else? So Vampire Blood Hunt. I like it. I didn't like that it was a battle royale. I thought that was kind of cheapening itself, but I get it. It does make it more focused. It's easier to just make content for one game mode. I get it.
You already know I don't like battle royales in general, and just every time a new battle royale comes up, I just
like, what now?
come on, yeah. Every week is a new battle royale, and Vampire has been just sitting in the shelves for like years. I can't even remember the last time I heard about a Vampire game. They come back and make it a fucking battle royale.
Battle royale. Robots. No, fuck, they did that. Aliens? Who did that? Oh. Cell shade. No, niggas did cell shading too. Fuck. Well, then what? He said, what could I possibly use? Good vampires. And that's the shit where before you got the vampires, niggas said a bunch of octopus, a kraken. A Kraken based
Kraken battle royale. That actually sounds interesting. Like, imagine different sea monsters in the ocean just battling it out.
Oh yeah, that would go hard as shit. I'm gonna be eel. I'm gonna just go to Bermuda Triangle and just camp.
That's it. You're gonna be zapping niggas through a portal and they can't get to you. You're gonna be sitting
doing
there
like 3 damage over time, hitting niggas weak as shit, but you gonna die eventually.
Yeah, you can't hit me.
So
yeah,
yeah,
so
game is
battle
good.
royale. That's
yeah, it is a battle. I was telling Reef this is the type of game where I also think like this would be a really good like a multiplayer. Like you remember fuck, what's the series of those games? I can't remember those.
Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
No, stop it. The spy game, the Tom Clancy spy game, Splinter Cell. Thank you.
Oh, Splinter Cell. Yeah.
So you remember how Splinter Cell had like the Mercs versus Spies game mode?
Yeah, I loved it.
I felt like first off, that shit was so fucking fire. But
yeah,
I felt like this game, like the Vampire Blood Hunt, would have been good in that sort of reign, right? Like
you could have had the vampires versus like the niggas with UV lights and shit,
werewolves or some shit. I don't know what else is in the game, but so that way then you could do 4v4s and like team deathmatch, and don't get me wrong, and you can do a battle royale on top of that.
But it just gives you more options.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I'm like, why not just do like a domination, a King of the Hill, a team deathmatch, and the battle royale? That's not that much, to be honest. Maybe it is. I don't know, but that don't seem like it's that, like, because there's no story mode still, right? And to me, that's like, because there's no story, you can avoid a campaign, you can avoid all that shit. So it's like, all right, battle royale, some multiplayer. That's all this is gonna be anyway. It's a multiplayer game. So we'll see. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think it's gonna be straight battle royale. It looks good though. It does look good. It looks interesting at the very least. I wouldn't say it looks good.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting. I mean, when was the last time there's even been not even vampire with a Y? When's the last time there's been a game with vampires in general?
What, Blood Rain, nigga? It's gotta be Blood Rain, right?
Yeah, it's been forever. So I feel like there's an untapped market for vampire games now, and they chose to put in a battle royale.
Yeah.
Battle royales are ruining the game industry.
I don't think so. I think it's the same as always, right? It's you got idiots in suits who just see money, and so they just make more decisions based on money. It's always the suits. It's never the battle royale.
No, it's definitely
It's like some of these battle royales work.
definitely. Like, look at the niggas that are still going. Warzone, PUBG, Fortnite. It works.
Yeah.
There's some of the biggest games in the genre. I mean, not in the genre, and on Twitch. Those are like some of the most watched games, so they work. But just every free to play game that comes out doesn't need to be a battle royale. Like,
Yeah.
remember that Spellbound game that came out?
Yeah.
There was like a magic battle royale where niggas was throwing fireballs and wind and shit.
Targeting was god awful.
Yeah, like everything doesn't need to be a battle royale.
Yeah, and even a game like that would have probably like you said. I think, yeah, I think it's like just that. I don't know. It probably is the bottom line. Like they're just seeing money on the games. They're thinking with a battle royale, you can start with like the least amount of work. You can build the game as you go. You can release all the DLC, the battle passes, get your money, keep getting money. So I get why people want battle royales, or not people, but I get why the studios want. Because
Yeah,
it makes sense.
it's easy. It's a license to print money.
Right, exactly. It's literally like it's printing a money machine. It's like it's like getting the upstart option, nigga. Like it's guaranteed to get you some bread. So I get it. But I really want to see like if people are gonna step into it now, it's like look, either do something with it or just stay out of it. I don't want to see the same old shit, but with vampires.
Yeah, right.
So next was Tachia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right.
Chia.
Tachia. I don't know. Anyway, this game, I'm not gonna hold you. I was when it first came on, I was looking at like my screen like, yo, come the fuck on. Is this bug snacks all over
This is
again?
baby game. Look,
Yeah,
it's
is
for
this
babies.
bug snacks bullshit again? But then as the shit kept going, I was like, wait, nah. Hold on now.
See, I started watching, so I didn't even see. I didn't get a hold on now moment. Like once
Looked like
they started playing the ukulele, I was like, okay, I'm tuning
yeah.
out. I'm about to get
I
on
was,
my phone.
I was watching on this dude that I follow on Twitch, and in the chat, niggas was just putting dots in the chat. I was crying, yo. You know a nigga mad when he would say, "What the fuck?" He just do the dot dot
You just
dot.
do that,
Nigga gave you like 18 dots, like,
bro.
yeah, come on, yeah.
Now I did before I tuned out. I did see something interesting. They turned into a seagull and started flying, but
Yeah.
even
So,
that wasn't enough to hold my attention. So I still tuned out after that.
so from what I've seen, right, it looks like it's almost like a Mario Odyssey type game. You know what I mean? Like it's
Ooh.
like that type of
You could throw
exploration.
the hat on and turn into niggas.
And but what
Ooh.
was happening is she was like throwing, or not throwing, or I guess launching some essence or some shit at
Like
these
some energy turning into
yeah,
niggas.
and turning into them. So I was like, oh, I already know I could turn into a cat somewhere on this bitch. I already it's a cat somewhere in the village, nigga. And if not, that better be DLC. It looks interesting. Again, this to me, I wouldn't pay 70 for it. I don't. Maybe it's not 70,
It definitely don't look like a $70 game.
but this game looks interesting. Definitely looks like a fun game. I don't
Yeah,
think
do
it's
you remember from the last PlayStation Showcase last year that cat game?
yeah. What's
Where
it?
is that?
Yeah, I don't know where that. I'm glad they didn't show it to us again though, because like I didn't need to see it again if you're not gonna fucking release it.
No, I wanted to see gameplay. Like they did a little trailer before. This year, you drop gameplay and you give us a date.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that straight's gonna be tough too. We'll see. We'll see with that. But this game looks decent. I'm probably not buying it, but it looks fun. At the very least, it's better than Bug Snacks. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, everything's better than Bug Snacks.
Sure, for sure. Even that vampire game. What's next? So Wolverine. Wol-
Wolverine.
Wolverine Logan.
There has not been a Wolverine game since like 2008
Yeah, I was
when
about to say
X-Men Origins Wolverine came out.
Wolverine game. Yeah, that was it, huh?
And I think that's the only Wolverine game in existence. Were there games before that?
I don't know.
He's been in games.
X-Men Origins is hard as shit.
The game, not the movie, right? Because the movie was shit.
No. It was a great game. It was funny. Like you never see
I
it work
played
that way.
yeah.
You never see it work.
It's usually the other way. Like the movie's amazing, the game comes out and it's garbage.
Yeah, so like it was just hilarious that I'm like, damn, so y'all Activision really wanted this game to work, nigga. They
Yeah,
said nah.
I played that shit on Xbox 360. That shit was hard.
Yeah, I remember playing it back
That was
then too. I
an
never owned
amazing
it,
game.
but I played it and I was like, nah, this shit kind of hard. So this ought to be pretty dope. Especially with all the, they made the Spider-Man games in the meantime. Not Insomniac specifically, but there, you got a lot to
Marvel.
pull from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of Marvel shit to pull from to see how they're making the game, see what went wrong, see what
They
didn't.
got Avengers. You can definitely see what went wrong
Yeah,
there and
right,
not
right,
do
right.
that.
Between
But I mean,
Avengers and Spider-Man, like I think those are really the only 2 points you would probably even need to reference right now. And obviously your last
and
Wolverine.
Guardians of the Galaxy, because this doesn't come
Yeah,
out
that's it.
until like
And your
next
last
year. So
Wolverine game. And that's really it. I don't think you need to you don't have to try that hard with this. It's
yeah,
gonna work.
I mean, I have total faith because it's Insomniac.
Yeah, right, right. And that was the other thing I saw. I was like, Insomniac, so I know the movement, the camera, all that shit's gonna be fine. It's gonna be seamless. And that shit is really underrated, honestly. People fail to, you can put all the graphics you want, all the features you want. If your game's just hard to play in terms of clunkiness, the controls, like it makes a huge fucking difference.
That's one of my biggest complaints about games like Red Dead or GTA.
Mhm.
Amazing games, but sometimes the movement, especially in Red Dead Redemption 2, the movement was just kind of lopsided, clunky. It
Yeah,
was
no,
just kind of
even GTA's like that.
yeah, like in GTA, you try to go to the car, open the door, and the nigga like spin around in a circle for a second before he gets in the car. It's like, it's like I
The
I
crazy thing
can't
is,
stand games of clunky movement like that.
shit like that is, when it happens in a game that's already like a stellar game, it's like, all right, I'm willing to overlook it. It's not that.
Exactly.
I can get over. I can change my sensitivity. I can figure it out. But then when perfect example, a game like Dungeons and Dragons, where there's not enough,
Oh,
you don't have enough content to actually keep me here. The graphics are decent, and then there's issue with the load time. So there's all these other issues, and then on top of this, nigga, the camera don't work.
the
Come on,
camera don't work. The
bro.
hits wasn't even
Yeah, the
registering
hits ain't
correctly.
detecting. So I think to me, I don't like. I'm not gonna say I don't care about graphics. I love the games to look polished, to look great. And like when you see a PS4 looking game now, you kind of look at it like, come on, what y'all doing? But
Yeah,
for me,
because
I'm willing to
niggas
forgive any of that shit if the game itself is what I need. Because y'all can go back
exactly.
and do some rendering and shit and make the game look better. Y'all can figure that out. But if your game trash, nigga, you can't just overnight figure out why your game trash. Well, you could, but that don't mean you're gonna change it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I already got your money. You bought it, so we'll put out a patch in like a month or two once you're already tired of playing it.
The patch will only address 20% of what you want, and the next patch will
Like,
do the rest of that.
right, it's like it was a good concept. It was fun, but just
Yeah.
it got boring so quick after you beat it. After you beat it, there's literally nothing to do.
Funny
That
thing about
whole
Outriders
after game storm shit was like,
is
yeah.
that Outriders was not intended to be a live service game, which is hilarious because that says to me, you niggas thought y'all had enough with just this base game.
That's insane. How
Like
could
that's
you possibly think that?
like y'all thought y'all had enough with the base. Which I mean, granted, but I don't think people understand. One, it's a pandemic, and two, even in normal times, right? People play the shit out of these games.
Yeah,
Every game, they play the shit
nigga,
out of
RPG looter shooters,
it. Yeah,
niggas
exactly.
beat
Yeah,
the
looter
dog
shooters.
shit out of those.
Niggas played the like the dog shit out of looter shooters. I'm talking niggas are putting in 30 hours a week on a looter shooter, nigga. 40, 50 hours a week, nigga.
That's their second job, nigga.
Word, niggas come home from work and it's Destiny for 4 hours. I got a shift. You know
Yep.
what I'm
I
saying?
come home from work, play Destiny for 4 hours, shower, eat, go to sleep, do
Yeah,
it the next day.
maybe talk to my girl or something, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I could
Maybe,
talk to her while I'm
maybe
playing.
she earned it.
If she earned it.
but but yeah, so it's like that was the amazing part. Like I was like, nigga, how is this not a live service game? This shit launched with like 2 weeks worth of content. I was like, bro, y'all had to
What was
know
that one game with the jetpacks and shit that failed just like that?
Anthem.
Anthem. It was a new
Anthem was
version
one
of
of
Anthem.
the ones though that was doomed though. Like I read a story about like the background and like how niggas couldn't even like the concept. They didn't like they already announced the game and had shit out before they knew what concept they were going with. You get what I'm saying?
Oh man, come on, man.
Like because the suits wanted a different type of game. These niggas who were making it wanted a different type of game. They made it, they bought it, presented it to the niggas, and they were like, "No, fuck no, this is not what we want." And they're like, "Wait,
We
what do you?"
we just spent all this time making it. The game's supposed to come out.
And then they give him direction, and the direction they give him is entirely different. And in respect to the developers, it was trash.
Yeah.
So of course that was the one they went with, and then you saw how the game ended. but it's like it's just amazing. Like it's just
I mean, 9 times out of 10 when games like that crash, it's because of the higher ups. The developers can only do so much. They can only bring the vision of whoever's in charge to life. So if it's a trash vision, it's going to be a trash game. Now, granted, also if you have like a tight deadline, then there's going to be bugs at launch and niggas got to drop patches. But it's usually the ones at the top that are the problem.
Yo, we need to bring back Q&A, yo. Please, yo. We need to bring back testing and shit.
There's no way that they don't still have QA testers. They have to still have those.
I bet you they don't. I bet you, bro. The way these games drop, I wholeheartedly believe these niggas would finish them, do like one look over for bugs, and then drop it. I wholeheartedly believe it. Because to me, think about it. You have to pay money for all that other shit. QA testers cost money. These niggas are cheap. You see it every step of the way. The only thing niggas want to spend money on is marketing and the game. That's it. I don't want to fucking buy anything else. QA testing? That's not a game. That's just
you're gonna spend more money on overtime for people to come in and patch it when your shitty product gets to the public.
Belong to them, and that's what they're there for. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a whole set of thought processes that go with this. Where it's like, oh, if I overwork the employee, that's fine. That's not an issue. I'm not gonna hire a QA tester. Fuck that guy. I don't know him. So I don't know. It's weird, but it definitely doesn't feel like it. But anywho, last game on the list. Well, no,
we missed one.
Technically, no, we missed a couple. I only wrote down the one I gave a fuck about, to be honest.
Now, I was real excited for Deathloop.
Oh, well, I didn't put it here just because we've
already talked about it too.
Yeah.
I was just
it didn't show us nothing new either.
Yes, I was about to say I would have rather just had a straight up gameplay trailer than a story trailer where I can't understand what's being said. Because once again, they were speaking Japanese, but they didn't have subtitles. So you're literally just watching random shit pop up on the screen and have no idea what's going on.
Were you watching a Japanese stream or some shit? I think the one I watched was in English.
I was literally watching it on the PlayStation YouTube. Every game that was in Japanese had no subtitles.
That's hilarious.
The official PlayStation YouTube didn't put subtitles in the video.
I'm crying. Them niggas like, all right, look, man, it's live, man. What you want me to do?
Shit, Sony is owned by a Japanese company.
No, I get it, but it's just like, dog, you knew every game that'd be in the showcase, and you knew what every trailer sounded like because they sent them to you before you aired them. You could have definitely ran a bot through here to get the subtitles.
You know what's funny? The only game that had subtitles was the actual Japanese game, the Eve game that we were talking about, Project Eve. That's the only game that has subtitles. None of the rest of them had subtitles.
Chia had subtitles as well. I don't know what language they were speaking. Actually, sidebar, that shit wasn't Japanese.
No, that you're right. They did have subtitles, but like I said, I tuned that one out because it wasn't Japanese, so they had to have subtitles for the Japanese.
I don't know what language them niggas were speaking. I heard it and I was like, oh, that's some shit.
That dialect right there.
He said, that's that dialect. That's that twang.
He's definitely speaking.
So Spider-Man 2 is the last one.
Boy, I'm already sold.
The guy whose stream I was in, this nigga was pissing and shitting himself when this came on. I was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't even play the first one. It looks good. I just niggas
just love Venom.
Yeah, I love Venom.
Once you see Venom, that's the cue to start pissing and shitting yourself.
Like, to be honest, like I never really cared about the Spider-Man movies. I haven't seen any of the movies past like the original, I think 3. I haven't seen any of the Spider-Man movies.
I've seen everyone except for Homecoming. I didn't see the first Spider-Man movie from the newest lineup, but I saw the last one with
I saw the
Mysterio in it.
Actually,
I mean, I didn't count that because it's not like Marvel. It's an animated movie. I saw that too.
But yeah, I saw that one. That one's pretty good. But yeah, so I Spider-Man, and it's not like I have anything against Spider-Man. It's just even back in the day when they used to make the Spider-Man games, way back in the day. Even then, I didn't care. My brothers used to like that shit.
I was playing the shit out of them Spider-Man games back in the day.
My brothers play the shit out of them, but they're like, "Yo, you want to play?" I'm good. I don't know. It was just, I just never really was like, yeah, no, I really want to play this. Like, no, I'm straight.
But
So
I'm excited to see if this is gonna be co-op because they showed both Spider-Men on screen,
yeah.
Miles
That
Morales and Peter Parker.
once I saw that, and I was like, okay, now if this is co-op.
That's gonna be a game changer if that's co-op.
Yeah, this is co-op, baby.
And
Unless they
another
make
big thing for
Kane the
me,
co-op too, that'd be hard.
Tony Todd is Venom.
Oh, Candyman?
Candyman is the voice of Venom. It was
Oh,
confirmed. So that's another cherry on top for me.
okay. So them voice lines gonna be fire. It means that means I can't skip the cutscenes. Damn it. Damn it.
No, I wasn't doing that anyway. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
I like my stories.
Hopefully it's one of the ones where it don't make you vote. You could just like, nah, I don't want to see it, so nobody see it.
Yo, games like that are a menace. Oh fuck! Speaking of story, God of War. Can't
Yeah,
forget
gotta
the
work. You can't
the
forget. I
goat.
definitely was going to forget too.
That's crazy. I don't know how you can forget that.
I don't know.
That's
It was last, and I just expected it. That was the only reason why I don't know.
you need to write it down because you know it's coming. It's gonna be last, so there's no point in writing it down. Wait,
Um,
when I was watching that shit, my dick was so hard, yo. It was harder than a diamond in an ice storm. Like, you know, in burglary movies where they take like the super sharp shit and like they cut a hole in the glass so they can get in.
mhm.
That was that
That's
was my
that's
that
me.
was that was my speed.
That shit melting the chain link fence.
If somebody fired a laser at it, it would bounce back like a mirror.
That shit is a James Bond weapon.
It's an orbital cannon.
He said my orbital meat cannon.
I've been waiting on this game for a very long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this looks crack. This looks crack. The first one, not the first one, but the most recent God of War.
Yeah.
I didn't beat, but I did like it. I really liked it. It's just one of those games where a lot of things. For example, is Ghost of Tsushima. Did I beat Ghost of Tsushima? How did this shit end?
It ends with you killing your uncle or not killing him. It's a choice.
Okay, so I didn't beat it then. No, I didn't beat it. I wanted to kill that nigga though. He was on some hoe shit. But anyway, that's not the point.
Well, see, the choice comes down to like, so he was on some whole shit, so you want to disrespect him, right? So in the end, he was saying, "Kill me, so I can reclaim my honor, having such a nuisance for a ward." So either you kill him and honor his wishes, and he dies with
I'm killing that nigga
respect,
anyway.
like a samurai, or
I'm
you leave him alive in disgrace.
Nah. I'm gonna give you what you looking for, nigga. I'm gonna give us both what we looking for.
I killed him too, but I platinum fucking Ghost of Tsushima. You actually get a cool like special armor for getting platinum. It's pretty cool, but yeah, God of War. I beat the shit out of that too. I didn't platinum it, but because there's like little nickel and dime trophies for like
Yeah, I know what
finding all of Odin's
you made me
crows.
stupid
I
shit.
can't stand shit like that. Like you gotta like in Assassin's Creed, you gotta find all the feathers of the raven or some shit. I'm like, I'm not about to take the time to do this.
I
But
be hating games that do shit like that.
yeah, I hate that. But I got a good amount of trophies from God of War. I beat all the Valkyries, including the last one, which is like the hardest one that has
I be like,
all
whoa.
the other Valkyries moves. I beat the dog shit out of that game, so I'm excited for more.
But yeah, so this ought to be dope. I tell you what though, I do like the new direction the God of War games are going in. Um, and I wouldn't even. It's hard to say it's a new direction because it's the same formula. It's just we just pick new gods. So
Same formula, and the main character is more mature now.
yeah, but I don't know. I think God of War. Look, I think it's time we have given as a society. I think it's time we give God of War the respect that it truly deserves. God of War is one of the best games of our time. The best series.
I was gonna say one of the best series. You're not
Yeah,
just talking about the last one, yeah.
the game, but no, it's one of the best series of our time of the last 20 years easily.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
100%.
it's just it never misses. I mean, don't get me wrong. The only thing I've ever disliked about God of War has been the puzzles, and that's it. But even then, that was just because I was stupid.
I was
Uh,
about to say, yeah, because it's not even like the puzzles are bad.
I'm
The
just dumb.
puzzles are. I can't stand games that have dumbass puzzles that are easily solvable. I'm like, what was even the point?
Yeah,
What
where it's
What
just
was the point of
like,
having it
ooh,
here?
there's this symbol. If you find where the symbol is, you can activate. Oh yeah, okay, I know. Activate the lever and then open the door. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yeah. As a kid, them God of War puzzles was whipping my ass.
Nigga, they probably still would whip my ass as a grown ass man. I'm like, okay, so I got a mirror, a coin. It's a it's a torch up there, but it's not lit. What the fuck I'm supposed like what the fuck I'm supposed to do? It's a
How
big
do I
ass
light the
bulb over
fucking
here.
torch?
Okay, so all right, so I gotta use the coin in the mirror to light the where the fuck I'm supposed to bounce it from? And then it's not until you move the rock where it's like, oh, you move the rock, and then it's a tunnel. Then you go into the tunnel, and then on the other side you bounce the light, and it opens the. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my god, bro.
I'm just dumb, huh?
14 getting my ass beat by these puzzles, nigga. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't cut out for no shit like this, man.
Not at all. No, no.
I was like, I'm
Um,
having a lot of fun, but I'm gonna have to fuck around and look this up, y'all.
hey, it's no shame in looking shit up.
Oh, I know it ain't. Even if there was, I'd do it anyway. The fuck? I'm not about to stop playing because I've done that before. I've literally stopped playing games because I couldn't beat them. Like, no, I'm not about to stop playing a game I purchased because this part kicking my ass. Nigga, that don't make sense. That don't even make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas like, oh yeah, you just gotta. I'm like, well, look, when it comes to like actual bosses, like a fight, yeah, I'll just figure it out. When it comes to a puzzle, nigga, I will look it up immediately. I'm not playing this game with y'all. I'm not. I'll try it. I will try it raw a couple times. Like, all right, let me see what's going on. Nah, it ain't work. Nah, it ain't work. All right, what's the guy say? You know what I mean? I gave it a couple shots. We ready to look it up. I'm not playing with this shit.
The
Now,
worst shit to be pissing me off was when you look it up and it's like, oh, it was that, and it
yeah,
should be
we're
something dumb easy and you just didn't think to try it.
you look it up. Like, okay, so in the room right before you get in there, there's a what? No way. Nigga walk out. Oh my god, it was here the whole time.
Nigga walk right past it, didn't even know it.
Bro, you walk right past the slingshot. That's what you were supposed to use to hit the buttons on the wall. What the fuck was the slingshot in the room behind the puzzle? He said, bro, you made me walk past the slingshot, then walk into the puzzle room? You don't understand how fucked up that is?
Technically, we didn't make you walk past it. If you
Oh,
was looking, you could have
yeah,
grabbed it on your
you
way
put the
in.
slingshot in the corner of a room and then make sure the camera was focused tight on the room in front of me. You know what you did.
Hey man, so you gotta explore every area.
Every nook and cranny.
Yeah,
So
everybody,
yeah, so
granny.
all of these shit looks pretty good. I'm excited to see what's coming up. Listen, I that Knights of the Old Republic remake is all I'm fucking thinking about. I can't think about anything else. Knights of the Old Republic is one of my favorite games, and
Same.
I'm ready. My body is ready for this. My wallet is ready for this. I'll figure it out. Um, it's happening though. So that is the PlayStation
It
show.
only took 20 years.
It only took 20 years. But luckily we got the same niggas who did it the first time and who did the ports before. So we're in good hands.
Like a good neighbor.
Knights of the Old Republic is there. All right, so where do you want to go from here? We can talk about the NFL, college football. We can do music. I'll save the Michael K. Williams thing for the end because that's gonna be pretty sad. But
Yeah, that's it's
so yeah, so
you
we're
you choose. I'm gonna
let's
choose music.
you choosing music? All right, we'll go music then.
No,
So
that was supposed to be a joke. Like I tell you to choose, and I just say, no, we're doing this.
oh well, that's what ended up happening anyway. So we'll do music. So Certified Lover Boy came out. It actually came out the day we dropped the last pod, which I thought was terrible timing on Drake's part. Like, we got a pod.
Yeah, you come on, man. You got to do better,
Come on, yeah, like
Drake.
drop it on Tuesday, so I get 2 or 3 days to listen to it. So I can come on.
Yeah, like
Anyway,
you.
for
Come
that
on now,
reason,
you
this
know.
album's a 0, but I'll still keep going. This album,
-5 for me.
he said a -5. He said I deserve more. I won't forgive you until you make 15 songs I like. He said I ain't gonna fuck with you until you in the hole. Um, so this album, I think The first thing I'll say is that I think that this album has been done for a while. And I think you can tell.
Yeah.
So to me, this album sounds like an album that he finished maybe late 2019, early 2020, right before the pandemic, even before that whole February release date that was supposed to happen earlier this year. This strikes me as an album that's been done for a while, at least a year and a half maybe. And I think that what a lot of people expected, and myself included, I also expected it, from Drake was, all right, say you're sitting on this 18, 17 song album. You got a year now because now your shit gets pushed back. You want to tour, you want to do this, you want to do that. At what point do you go back and decide, all right, it's pandemic, it's a different vibe. This ain't really the touring album, right? This ain't really the album that's gonna like make me the huge, right? So it's like, at
Yeah,
what point do
exactly.
you go back and decide, all right, well, fuck it, it'll just be the art album then. You know what I mean? Like, this is the album I'm just gonna wrap my ass off on, and I'm not really touring most of this shit. It's just to do my thing. And I think a lot of people expected that because they were like, look, bro, when you sit on an album this long and you're a artist of your caliber, we wouldn't expect you to put out the same album minus, with a couple calls added. Because to me, I feel like Way Too Sexy was a newer song, right?
It
But
definitely felt like it.
that's also like, yo, Thug, yo, Future, we out. You know what I'm saying? You could have made that call anytime. You could have made that call 2 years ago too. So I'm fine with that song. I'm fine with a couple of other songs on here, but then there's some songs on here where it almost sounds like 2018. Where it's like there's certain songs on here where it's like, this sounds like Drake before Scary Hours, before all those other tapes. This sounds like an older version of Drake. And so I think a lot of people were kind of upset about that, right? Like upset about like, all right, look, bro, it seems like this is an album that you didn't go back to look at and see if it's still stuck and still resonated. And I think it shows.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
So I don't think it's a bad album, not at all. I personally would give this album a 7.
That's the exact number I had in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna give this a 7.
Actually, I think I saw an article from it was either Double XL or Complex, and they were like listing the numbers for Certified Lover Boy and Donda,
Mm-hmm.
and it had like Donda had like 89 million views the first day it dropped, and then the next day it had 100 and something million.
Mm-hmm.
And Certified Lover Boy the first day had 100 and something million. The second day it had like 90 something million. So like people were just waiting on this album, so everybody had to go listen to it on the first day. But the second day, people kind of just put it down. Meanwhile, Donda, it slowly attracted a crowd and it grew in numbers the second day.
So I definitely, well, one, I mean, it's not even like I said I agree with it. The numbers kind of tell the story, but I think it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I think that in terms of like listen to it once, you get, because you know how usually people listen to albums, right? They don't listen to the entire fucking album in one sitting because most people don't, especially not a 21 song album.
Just
You'll hear,
sociopaths. That's it.
you'll hear 4 or 5 songs at a time, then the next 4 or 5, then the next 4. So this kind of strikes me. I think Kanye's album is better suited for that, right? It sounds like a better album, whereas Drake sounds like a collection of songs. It almost sounds like a playlist. Like, remember when he did More Life and that was a playlist?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Ooh. But it sounds almost like that. You know what I mean? It sounds like this is kind of like a playlist of tracks that he put together. Which again, like I said, I think More Life is even better than this. But I gotta give this some more time. So I don't know yet, but I think that this album would have been a lot better received, 1, in February when it was originally supposed to come out, and then 2, even before then. Because I don't think this album is even supposed to come out during the pandemic. This is probably supposed to come out 2020, early 2020. But it's not how it happened. It's not how it worked out. So, but yeah, no, it's not a bad album. It's a 7 for me so far. I think Donda. It's funny because I gave Donda a 6, but I still feel like Donda may be a more impactful album. Not necessarily a. I don't know. It's hard for me to
You
say Donda.
resonate with Donda more.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say Donda's a better album because my issue with Donda, one is the whole Christianity thing, but then even beyond that is you got out rapped on every song you were on. Every song you were on, like almost every, like like, bro, when 5 out raps you, then I gotta start asking questions. And that's no disrespect to 5, but it's like 5 shouldn't be out rapping Kanye. That
I mean,
shouldn't
at
be
this
happening.
point, this is his 10th studio album. Is Kanye even trying to rap anymore, or is he just trying to make music?
If you're not, that's cool. Just produce it and be DJ Khaled. Again, that's what I was saying. If Kanye took that route, stayed out the way, and just produced shit for y'all niggas to get on, I would listen to it every single time.
Yeah,
Every
that would
single time. Like
be
we did
actually
Good
crazy.
Fridays and drop maybe like, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be hard. Like I'm gonna drop mixtapes. I produce everything. Every Friday I'm gonna drop. So you bring that shit back, nigga, that would be crack. That'd be crack. But to me, I'm kind of past the point where it's like, all right, Kanye, I've heard enough from you. Your bars just ain't it no more. And it's not about like you can't rap. You just don't care enough to rap no more. And it's okay. I get it. You don't have to. But for me, it's like I'm not gonna keep mincing my words and pretending like, well, I know how good you could be. I know how
Oh
great you
yeah,
are.
I
I
don't
know
think
how
anybody should be holding back just because they like a rapper. Like just
but it's like legacy, right? Like you did so much, you've given me so much. How can I? Nah, I get it. Listen, LeBron gave me so much, but when the nigga stinks, he stinks. It's just this.
exactly.
When he's in
You
a game,
gotta let niggas know.
he looks. It don't matter if he's giving me 40-point triple doubles before, bro. You ain't give me that tonight. Tonight you look vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm at with Kanye, where it's like I know what he's capable of, but it's just like I don't think we're gonna get that again. Because to me, this album should have been it. You know, and again, we did the Donda review last week, so I ain't gonna stay on that too much. But Certified Lover Boy is a confusing album. I'll say it's confusing because it's called Certified Lover Boy, and what would you have it? There's not that much love songs on here. There's some on here for sure, but it's a little confusing because I'm like, all right, well, there's not that much love on here, which also strikes me as something like, was that a decision? Was this originally a Lover Boy album, and then you said, oh man, maybe they don't want that from me. Maybe nah,
Since
maybe
it got pushed back from February,
right,
the
right.
whole Valentine's Day thing
And
got
then
thrown out
I
the
still
window.
think the songs he replaced it with probably were still from that same time period. You know what I mean? Like it because none of this sounds like brand new Drake, right? Some of these songs were leaked already. Like some of these songs we had heard already. Like,
Yeah,
but none of it sounds like way too. A couple of these songs sound like, all right, I did this. You could say I did this in 2021. You know what I mean? Like everything else is like, bro, it could be 2019. Hell, it could be late 2018. We don't know. It could be before him tearing his ACL. We have no idea.
I just
So
think it's hilarious that a rapper pushing out back because he tore his ACL
yeah,
like an athlete.
but I, I don't know. I don't even know what to think of that in retrospect. Looking at the album now, how it came out, I'm just like, what was that? Did that mean anything? Was that actually the reason, or was there something else? I don't fucking know.
I,
But I tell you what, one thing I do know is that we can sit up here and argue all day about Donda versus Certified Lover Boy, but do you want to know an album better than both of those albums that dropped just this week?
how about you let the people know?
Oh, I think I gotta let the people know. So the album is called oh shit, I forgot the name. I'm so sorry. Hold on, give me a second. uh
Terrible.
so, so anyway, so the artist is Little Simz. For those who are unfamiliar, she's a black woman from the UK who raps, right? Now she dropped an album called Sometimes I Might Be Introvert, which I thought was oddly worded. Um
No, yo, because sometimes I just don't feel like being bothered.
no, like it's like sometimes I might be introvert. Like, you know what I mean? Like introverted? I don't know.
No, no, I get it.
Okay. No, I get it. I get it. I don't know. Anyway, this album, 19 songs, 65 minutes. This is a stellar fucking album. Stellar. You know when niggas start bringing out the thesaurus words, the shit is real. This is a phenomenal album. I only went through it once. But I listened to the whole thing in one sitting. This is a really good
Psychopath.
album. It's got a little bit of everything. Um, she's talking about womanhood. She's talking about relationships with black men. She's talking about love. She's talking about protecting her energy. She's talking about just talking shit. Like the typical. I'm gonna talk about shit record. She's got everything on here. And there's no misses on there. The interludes are good. They all fit in with the theme. The theme is pretty dope. That keeps going on throughout it. The first song, 6 fucking minutes, and the shit keeps building and it keeps building and building. I was just like, yo, this is a hell of an intro. And this is a really good album.
She got a One Blood remix as her intro.
A One Blood remix. Oh no, she got the Touch It remix as her intro.
Damn.
But no, so this is a really good album. You know, I've been a fan of Little Simz for a little while. I don't even remember how I first ran into Little Simz. I think I had heard her on like
you just in UK and you just bumped into her and she handed you her mixtape and it went from there.
That's for sure how it went. Yes, I don't even remember. I can't think of when I first started getting on, but this is a really good album. I think every song on here is there isn't a miss on here, in my opinion. This album's I'm tempted to give it a 9.
Okay.
It's probably higher than that, but I really liked it. I'm a fan. I've been a fan, and this just solidified it for me. I'm just like, nah, sis, you got it. I'd even go so far to say, as in terms of the top albums we've got for this year, this has got to be in that top 10 somewhere. You know, I don't know about.
No, I don't have to go and listen. I said if it's a 9, I don't have to go and listen.
Yeah, it's a really good album. I liked it a lot. The one thing I do dislike about fucking Spotify though is these niggas don't tell you when shit drop. They don't tell you nothing. Like they'll give you like the little rap caviar with the new singles and like new releases of people you follow. But I'm like, bro, so if I don't follow them, so I played somebody's music before. They drop a new album, and because I don't follow them,
you don't let me know, huh?
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, bro, you got it. So
it's probably so many artists getting slept on like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I feel like with Spotify, if you can't get on a playlist, you're fucked. That's it. That's all Spotify is. It's the algorithms and the playlist. If you're not on a playlist, nigga, you don't exist to Spotify, basically. So I literally had to go on Apple Music. I found her album purely by chance. I went on Apple Music one day, like, oh, so and so. I forgot what it was. I was looking for an album. And I was like, yo, fuck, man, they don't never show me the album. So I literally opened Apple Music just to check new music because they have it, very easily there where you can see it. And I saw she dropped. I saw Shy Glizzy dropped the fucking album. I saw a whole bunch of shit. I'm like, bro, they don't.
Wait, Shy Glizzy dropped an album?
Shy Glizzy dropped that album. Yeah, see,
it's like no way I would have ever known that
album. It's like him and the Glizzy niggas. But yeah, so Shy Glizzy dropped an album. Like it was a whole bunch, and I'm like, don't get me wrong, like I listened to a couple songs off the Glizzy album. Like I'm not running for a Shy Glizzy album, but I don't mind Shy Glizzy. But it's just like Spotify don't tell you shit. And if you not following a nigga or you ain't like the nigga, they just act like I didn't know you like that. I'm like, bro, I like all the Detroit niggas, and you not gonna put him up here? You're like, yeah, well, I mean, you ain't like T Grizzly, so I just figured, bruh. You ain't like put the heart next to the nigga name, so I just.
Spotify, don't make me come get you, yo.
No, I know you be playing him and he be on the playlist and shit, but like you ain't actually like the artist name, so I just figured you just like the joints.
Spotify, we gonna have a problem, yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I got for music. Shy Glizzy album out. What else? Is there any music out? Oh fuck, I accidentally opened Zoom.
This nigga thinking on a conference call, yo.
I am on a conference call.
Who you conferencing?
This album dropped a couple weeks ago. Can't believe I missed it. Well, I didn't miss it, but I neglected to mention it on here. Men I Trust. Do you know who Men I Trust is? The band?
No.
You wouldn't. It's some white people from Canada. But anywho.
Okay.
They dropped a new album, the Untourable album, which is
Untourable
because they're gonna go on tour with this album. I liked it. I liked it. 13 songs.
That's an interesting choice.
It was short, and I really liked what I heard. I don't think it's better than their last album, but this is a good album. I'm not even gonna rate it yet because I still gotta give it some time. But
wow, I just went to Spotify to see what's new because obviously, like we just discussed, they don't tell you like shit that you're not following.
Mm-hmm.
Kirko Bangs dropped a single on August 26th.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like you would never
fucking know. Cash Out dropped a single on August 18th. He dropped two. He dropped one on August 15th. Is Cash Out coming out with an album?
Fucking Duckworth.
Designer dropped something on August 13th.
I think I remember seeing this. Belly dropped was it a tape? I don't listen to Belly
What?
like that.
This isn't a sing. This is a. Oh, it's a little EP. It's got 3 songs on it.
What other song did I hear? Did Nelly drop a fucking tape? Yeah, Nelly dropped an EP.
Nelly dropped. Yo, what? Spotify just don't give a damn.
This is odd. It's like country, I think.
Oh, Sean Paul dropped a single featuring Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, okay. So Sean Paul and Ty, yeah, that's funny shit. Yeah, so Nelly dropped what looks like a country album. I mean, he's got Florida Georgia Line on here, Kane Brown, Darius Rucker. He's got a bunch of country niggas on there. That's interesting.
He's dipped his toes in the country before, so I'm not wholly surprised.
I'm just shocked that he's doing a full tape in 2021. But what else? Rod Wave dropped. Yo, so Rod Wave is another nigga that I do enjoy Rod Wave's music, but damn, that nigga don't have no good days. None.
What do you mean, no good days? Elaborate.
Every song is like, nigga, this nigga pain. He in pain, bro. That nigga life is done, bro. Do you hear me?
I saw a tweet. I think literally yesterday, somebody said Rod Wave is just Ruben Studdard with a gun.
I'm screaming. That's funny as shit. I can see it. What else? Oh, this is an album that dropped a minute ago, and I forgot to mention. I didn't even listen to it, so I gotta go back and listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it before next week.
Man, this nigga don't be mentioning album.
Bro, I gotta tell you, during the pandemic, music has not been hitting the same for me. Like the old songs have, but like the new shit, it's kind of hard to figure out where it fits. So
I definitely know what you mean. Like I haven't been going out of my way to listen to new shit unless I know it's gonna be like that. Like Donda and Certified Lover Boy, I know it's gonna be like that. But yeah, I haven't been going out of my way to listen to music. I haven't been going out of my way to watch any new shows either. So it's just been.
So that's why I do give these artists a little bit of slack with that. Like I try not to like look at that shit too harshly because it's like I understand like y'all niggas don't know neither. Like and like we all trying to figure out what fits in at this time. Like how do you when do I should I drop this record? Is this an inside record? Is this a TikTok record? Like so I get it. I understand the difficulty that comes with that because I imagine I'm not the only one who's feeling the same way. Like where you hear certain songs, certain music, and you're just like, I don't fucking care. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
What was I gonna say? So the Isaiah Rashad album, The House is Burning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good reviews about this.
Yeah, I heard that was great.
Didn't
not a single bad review.
I added to my joint. I'm definitely gonna listen to that. We'll see how that shit go. What else? I think for music, that might be it. New Burna Boy song with who? Don Toliver? Oh, Don Jazzy. Okay, I don't know who that is.
Who is Don Jazzy?
No idea. I think even in new releases, it still only show. Like I went to hip hop and new releases, and I think it's still only showing me the niggas I follow. I don't know.
It's racist.
Oh, okay. So sidebar. This Shang-Chi, like the movie, right? Mm-hmm. First, I want to see that movie. I've heard nothing but good reviews. But second off, it's got an album that came out with it, and I'm looking at who's on this album.
Who's on that album?
You got Sway Lee, you got Jhené Aiko, 21 Savage, Anderson .Paak, Guap Dad, Earth Gang, Rick Ross, Saweetie, and Simu Liu.
Who?
That is.
That?
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay.
There's a couple of people here who I don't know. They're Asian artists, I can tell. They got Rich Brian on here. I'm screaming.
Yo, this is the first time I've ever heard not ever, but this is the first time I've heard Rich Brian on anything in years.
He's on.
I thought that nigga stopped rapping.
2, 3. He's on like 4 or 5 of these shits. I know he got to come up. Him and Aquafina was like, let's go.
I thought he gave up music. Like he has a series on Complex where he eats like expensive food. It's like something like Eating with Rich Brian or something like that. I thought he just stopped rapping and became like a internet personality.
I mean, yeah. I mean, niggas kind of are. That's kind of what niggas are doing anyway.
After that whole Rich Chigga controversy, he kind of just faded into
he
obscurity.
did what he was supposed to do. Like that's kind of the reason why it's like, listen, I never listened to him in the first place, so like I'm not gonna start now. But
Exactly.
like for me, it was like seeing how he responded to that, and I was like, all right, cool. At least I know you're not a total fucking dickhead. Like
you're not gonna double down on it.
Yeah, like you were just like, yeah, no, I'm Rich Chigga. Like, why you call yourself Chigga?
Because I'm rapping, it's close to nigga.
If you want the honest truth, I'm a rich Chigga. I'm a rich Chinese nigga. And you like,
You see how this is problematic, right?
No, because wait, Chinese nigga. Oh, okay, yeah. Wait. Chigga, China. Oh. Yeah, no, okay. My fault, y'all. My bad.
Now
I gotta
I
sit down anyway.
see.
You want me to sit down? Okay, no, it's just cool. My bad. I'll just take a seat. So yeah, he just took it. He just took his L, and I was like, all right, cool. Congrats.
Yeah.
But the only reason
I don't got nothing against him. He did the right thing.
Only reason why I bring this album up though is because some of these Marvel movie soundtracks are fucking hard, and I think people like the Black Panther soundtrack.
Black Panther was fucking
crazy hard.
They had that song La Di Da Di Da Slob. That's automatic 10 right there.
That had all the stars. You had paramedic. You had that shit was crazy. So, and I had always been saying, I think that came out 2018, I think, and I even remember saying back then, like, this is the album of the year. I get it's a movie soundtrack, but nigga, this shit is crazy.
Still, yeah.
And that album's crazy. So, I think we're just about done on music. So what's next?
Music's never done.
We have got sports. We've got sports.
Sports aren't even real. I've never played sports before.
I've never heard of any sport in my life.
Ever.
Just like being a real nigga sport.
I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, I'd be sporting. I stay sporting.
I'm sporting goods.
I'm Sports Max. I'm Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay. I didn't say that right at all.
Yeah, no, it's alright. Happens to the worst of us.
Worst of us, huh?
Yeah, for sure. College football's back, first and foremost. Great thing. It's amazing to have college football back. But I wouldn't even say but one of my favorite parts of college football is when a team is getting stomped and the announcers have nothing to fucking talk about because one team's getting stomped and the other's not.
That is absolutely my favorite thing on earth.
Just like figure some shit out to talk about. They're just sitting there like, you ever had the Cool Ranch Doritos? Yeah, they're alright. They're like, no. Like, what about the light blue joints, like the Buffalo ones?
Wait, there's light blue Cool Ranch Doritos. Hold on now. Sports aside now. Hold on. No, go back to that.
No, jokes aside.
No. What you saying now?
Well,
there's a light blue Cool Ranch Dorito.
No. They got Cool Ranch and they have a light blue. I think it's Buffalo. It's like Buffalo something. I didn't like it. It was just hot. It didn't have much flavor.
I can't take your opinion on hot things because you say that about every hot thing.
I like the spicy chili shit, and that shit tastes good. Like it has flavor, nigga. Like the Buffalo is literally just it's just no flavor to it.
Was it Buffalo Ranch?
Might be. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Actually, no, them shits were good. They were just kind of hot. But anywho, so my favorite thing is when these niggas just forgot some shit. So I'm watching the Ole Miss and who the hell were they playing? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
The Shy Glizzies.
And so Ole Miss is smoking this team, and literally they got the two announcers are sitting up there, and they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. So they see a dog in the stands, and they start talking about this dog. There's a dog named Abby. And there's like, oh yeah, they're talking about Abby, blah blah, this and that. And literally, when I tell you these niggas did a whole segment on this dog, like at the next break, they came back and the woman was like, yeah, so I really want you guys to understand. I want an Emmy for my investigative journalism. She's like, the name of that dog is like, if she gave us a full rundown of the dog. Again, what else do we? I'm not gonna cover the team getting spanked. Like,
what were they getting beat by?
Like 28 or something like that. It wasn't crazy bad, but the shit was over. Like you could tell it was over.
Yeah, I mean, plus it's college. It's not the NFL, so
Yeah, in college, that 28 could turn into 40, nigga. It can get worse.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah. So once niggas
so
start getting stomped out like that, it's pretty much over.
So yeah, so these niggas literally spent like the next 20, 30 minutes. Like, I'm talking about like a full, like the full fourth quarter, damn near talking about dogs. And then they're like, "What type of dog you got? I got a poodle. Oh, you got a poodle? Is it like one of them fancy poodles? Like, like the monocle with the glasses and the blah blah."
Monocle with the
And the
glass.
dude started laughing. He's like, "No, it's a standard poodle." He's like,
What the
I don't
fuck is the standard
I
poodle? I thought the fancy poodles were standard
I only
poodles.
knew I only knew because I worked with dogs, but standard is a size. Standard poodles are the regular size poodles. They have
What are the
mini
fancy
poodles.
poodles?
No. Fancy poodles are it's all the same. They're all the same breed.
Ah,
It's
okay.
standard is just size. So standard is like when you see the regular size poodles, that's a standard. They have mini poodles, and then I think they have a third one. I can't remember what it was.
What
But
about doodles and bichons? Are they all in the same family? Because they all got like curly hair like poodles.
um doodles are what the fuck is a doodle? Like a labradoodle is a poodle and a labrador. So I mean, you only get a doodle with a
With a
poodle
poodle.
mix. Yeah, poodle
What
mix.
about a bichon? Because I used to have a bichon. Love that
Bichon
dog.
Frise, right? Or Frise. I don't know how to pronounce that shit. I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't remember what Bichon was. Um, but that's actually one thing that it's a random side note. All right, we don't even really have to get to college football. But that when I used to work I used to work at Puppy Spot, right? So it's a place where they sell puppies online. I've told you this before, but
Hmm.
um, one thing I did enjoy about that job though was like it was a shitty job, terrible job, but it's like your whole job, you spend all day looking at dogs.
Who
So
can
it's
really
like,
hate on that?
yeah, so it's like you would go home mad that you spent 8 hours making 120 something calls or something like, but I was looking at fucking dogs the other day, and like the dogs had dumbass names. They got like they had a
Oh,
pug once
I would
called
lose my mind looking at dumbass dog names all day. Like
yeah,
looking at a fucking chihuahua named Jeffrey.
they had a pug named Puggsy Bogues, which I thought was incredible because I was like, most people wouldn't even remember Muggsy Bogues. Who the fuck would remember him?
I mean, I would. For whatever reason, I talk about Muggsy Bogues a decent amount.
But I was just
I
like,
don't
it's
know
a
why.
great name, Pugsy Bogues. It's a great name that not that many people are gonna get. I was like, incredible, good job. And
Yeah,
I
no,
literally
y'all
looked up where
definitely
the
did the
breeder
damn
was from.
thing.
I was like, where you from? You from Mizzou? All right, shout out to Mizzou, yo. All right, y'all niggas know what y'all doing down there. But that shit was interesting though, like selling puppies online to niggas who have never seen these puppies before. Like it's an odd ass experience. And the shit that used to piss me off though is some people would like they would call us thinking like we were a scam basically, and then they got the nerve to grill me and then ask me. I'm like, my nigga, look, bro. Either you want the fucking dog or you don't.
How could selling dogs possibly be a scam?
Uh, buddy,
Uh-oh.
yeah,
There's a dark
yeah,
underworld.
you haven't seen the horrors of this world. Yeah, no, there's a lot of niggas who, they'll sit up here and so selling dogs typically isn't a scam. It's what I'm selling you on about the dog that's the scam, right? Like I'll sell you on a certain lineage that he don't have, or I'll sell you on he don't got no issues, nah, he all fine, and nigga got worms or some shit. Like I'll sell you on all that other shit.
That sounds pretty scammy. Yeah. You sell a dog that's like on his deathbed and it's like, no, this is purebred. He's the best dog in the world. And then nigga
Yeah,
come, you
champion
got
bloodlines. Nigga,
heartworms and you got ringworms.
nigga daddy was a crack addict. Like ain't no champion bloodlines, nigga. Nigga daddy you smoke crack, don't you?
To be fair, like that is definitely scamming, but I've never understood the idea of buying designer dogs. Like, just go to the pound and pick up a dog. So I'm okay with scamming those types of people.
Well,
I've never really minded scamming. It's
it
just who you
makes
scam.
some so like I do like so working there, it did make me understand why people will pay $9,000 for a dog. Like it made me actually get it. Like, and I'm not saying I would personally do it, but I understand the scenarios where it makes sense to pay. Because there's scenarios where, all right, you can get this dog for 1,000, but just know that any dog you get of this variety for $1,000 is a scam. It's like a Frenchie. Perfect example is a French bulldog. If a nigga sell you a French bulldog for $200, nigga, that dog gonna die that night. Because French Bulldogs are notoriously expensive because they have short lifespans, they have health issues, they have all this other shit.
So wait, why are they super expensive for you to spend more money on medical bills for them to die early?
I don't know. I couldn't explain that part. I have no idea. It's just the commodity.
You're gonna sell me a dog for $9,000, and I'm gonna spend $22,000 in medical bills keeping this nigga alive.
Yeah. I don't get it either. But look, them shits, bro. We had French Bulldogs on our site that was going for like 8 racks, and then you add in tax, you add in travel, them shits is like 11 when it's all said and done.
And they wasn't even authentic because y'all scamming.
No. So we weren't scamming. That was the thing. I don't know.
They thought y'all were scamming, but y'all weren't actually
we were scamming. The funniest shit was once I learned all the stuff that they did, like I gotta give them credit. Like they go above and beyond what the government requires from them. You know what I mean? Like they have their own set of standards past what's required by states and federal law. And that shit goes like they got a board of fucking scientists that determine like it's very legit. And that's the thing that always used to piss me off when customers would call. And I'm like, bro, just look at the website, read it over. There's too much shit on here for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much shit that shows you they know what they're doing. Like, they got a whole board of niggas. They telling you shit. They telling you what, like, they telling you, all right, these are our standards. And these are the standards that go further than the federal law. Like, they telling you all this other shit. And so it's like, bro, my nigga, like, I can't convince you if you just don't want it. If you don't believe me, then you just don't believe me. But like, don't waste my time acting like I can convince you when you just want to get up here. Well, nah, because I did this before. Y'all niggas is a kennel, right? And they're like, no, nigga, we got breeders. We got a network of breeders. They got a whole crazy set of standards that are bigger than what the government requires from them too. And it's a whole system of that shit. So it's super legit. Like, so that's the one thing I can say. Like, Puppy Spot is 100% legit from like getting a dog from. Like, if you want to get a dog and you got the money and the funds and all that shit, and you want to get champion bloodline or blah blah, all that shit. Yeah, nah, it's like designer dog. You can build the dog workhouse or workshop.
I don't know. I get a dog for a different reason than most people. I just never understood the whole champion bloodline and designer dog thing. Like, it's
some people really.
What are you getting? You want to take him into best in show? You want to get a show dog? First of all, I don't even understand the concept of show dogs. Like, when I get a pet, I want a companion. I want something to love and something to love me back. I don't think about taking this nigga on tour and having him be the best in show dog. Like, I never understood that. Like, I don't. What do you get out of that?
It's prestige. You gotta understand the people who do that. They do that in every facet of their life, or multiple facets of their life. Those are the niggas who buy Balenciaga sneakers they hate because they're Balenciaga sneakers. You know what I mean? Those are the people who.
Yeah, that's always been corny to me.
Yeah, like those are the people who are gonna like, oh, I'm gonna get a champion, purebred, boo boo boo, blah 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 blah, and then we just gonna go on walks every day and chill and vibe. And like, nigga, you could have got a dog from the pound to do this. Like you said, you could have got a rescue for $200. And
you spent $9,000 on this Doberman when there's a Doberman in the pound right now that's about to get euthanized.
Yeah, and he don't even.
But no, you want the papers.
Yeah, and that Doberman don't even got no weird issues. Like that's the only issue about pound and like rehoming dogs is like you don't know where they came from, so you don't know what their trauma is. So I can understand why people avoid that, but that's really the only reason not to go to a pound, in my opinion.
Yeah, literally.
Because like,
and even then, if you care enough, you can work through it. Because my first dog was abused and hated men.
You already know though. Some dog, it's just like people, dog. Certain niggas ain't that abuse ain't.
Some niggas, it's not. You're not turning that off.
Yeah, they're not coming back.
Definitely not.
I'm sure certain dogs ain't coming back neither. And the problem is, you'll never know, because you'll get the nigga who he might act up just a little bit when he in there. He come home and boy,
bad nigga. He sees the red carpet and loses fucking mind.
Red carpet.
I got my ass beat every day on the red carpet.
You say, yo, calm down, Tim. That's the dog's name, Tim.
That's a terrible name for a dog.
I know it is. I hate people who just like, what's your dog's name? Thomas. I'm like, you're a piece of shit.
No, that shit kind of funny though. I love like animals with like random people names. Like imagine a cat named Franklin.
That's terrible.
It's hilarious.
It's not funny either.
It's funny.
That's abuse. What
you want to name a cat? Mittens? Real creative.
I'm gonna name my cat fucking Zilphobius.
He's never gonna respond to that. I don't think animals are capable of understanding these ridiculous names we come up with.
Hey, Valatrium, sit your ass down.
Harlatrius.
He said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You know, my boy Pinjuvius is over there. Wow." So we call him Pinju for sure.
No, they might respond to Pinju. They not finna get all the extra syllables in Juvius.
Yeah, well, when you do the Pinju, he hear that part, and then the Uvius, you know, that's just extra. You know, you talking to him. Now. Look, that cat don't know his damn name. I don't care. I call that nigga anything. Hey, dickhead.
Niggas do call their cats anything.
I've seen niggas cats respond to bastard. So I mean,
I definitely call a cat bastard. That's my favorite thing in the world. Calling cats ignorant shit like, look at this fucking little dumb idiot piece of shit, and the cat just looking at you with all the love and compassion in the world. This little stinky bastard.
Yeah, bastard is my first stinky bastard. That shit is my favorite.
Stupid bitch. And the cat's just like, yeah, I mean, yeah, we cool. They don't know what it means, so they're not really getting insulted.
Nah,
but I just love.
I feel like cats thinking the same shit.
Oh yeah, no,
they can feel you thinking, and they're like, "Oh, I'm a stinky bitch, right? I'm a stinky bitch, right?"
No, you're not thinking it with They can feel the malice, but I'm calling you that out of love. When I call my cat a stinky bitch, it's because I really love him. Look at this stupid bat. Look at if I see a cat just staring out into the space, just doing nothing. I'm like, this stupid bastard. He don't got a thought in his head. I love this nigga so much.
Poor fool.
Look at this motherfucker here. Hey, what you looking at?
All right, so what else we have? So we got NFL.
We got something that wasn't on the list, but I just thought about. Sadly, the last chapter of Berserk came out today.
I saw that. I don't know why I saw this. I didn't even see it today. I saw it maybe like a couple days ago, where they were saying this chapter was gonna be the last chapter.
Yeah. Very bittersweet, very sorrowful. The studio did say that they wanted to continue, but I don't know how I would feel about them continuing without. I mean, the way it ended, it does need more. But
yeah, I mean when there's because it wasn't even close to ending.
I mean, this could be considered an ending the way it ended. Like Guts has been trying to get revenge on Griffith for however long, and this chapter ended finally with Guts confronting Griffith and a single tear rolling down Griffith's cheek. So I can see how that can be an ending, but it's not enough. I need to see either Guts kill this nigga or forgive him or something. It needs to be at least like 2 more chapters just to.
Nah, he shed the
finally.
Tear because it speaks to the ambiguity. Because maybe he was crying because he knew his death day was approaching, or maybe he cried because he felt the anguish in that man's soul. I guess we'll never know.
Okay, so the real reason why he was crying, right? No, he's for the last few years, or it's been longer than that because this shit's been going on forever. But Guts and Casca had a child that was named the Moonlight Boy. He would only show up when there was a full moon, and then when the full moon was gone, the child would leave. It was shown that the Moonlight Boy was really Griffith, and every full moon, Griffith would turn into a child, and he would appear in front of Guts and Casca, and he would like cuddle up with Casca, and then in the morning he would leave. And so we'd known the whole time the Moonlight Boy was Griffith, but obviously they didn't know. And so the last chapter before Miura died, he showed the Moonlight Boy show up where Guts and Casca were. And in this chapter, Guts and Casca were chilling with him or whatever. And then Griffith, he didn't leave this time. So he stands up like on a beach or something, and he turns around like he's talking to Guts, and he says, "I always have a dream when there's a full moon that I become a child and I get to experience a warmth like I've never felt before." Meaning, like him sleeping with his mother, Casca, and he just turned around and starts crying, and then it just ends right there.
No, here's
The greatest anime song of all time, Guts
my favorite
theme.
shit is that video. It's like the guy's in the car and it's the woman outside banging on the
Yeah,
window. That shit will never stop being funny. Yeah.
that is my favorite one too. Or the one with the dog and it's the theme playing. It's like silent switch. I do
Oh
not
yeah.
wish to be horny anymore.
Only wish to be happy.
But yeah, it was super sad ending. Obviously, because the mangaka passed away. Um, yeah, so a lot of mixed feelings this morning when I read that.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. All right. Well, speaking of sadness, this will be the last item for today because I definitely won't have it in me after this. Uh,
Yeah,
Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, first and foremost. This is one of those losses that I could tell immediately, like it was gonna hit me harder later on. Like it was one of those like when I read it, and I'm like, oh, damn.
when I read it, I literally my jaw dropped, and I was thinking like, nah, that's not true. I don't believe that. This hit me like Chadwick Boseman's death last year.
Yeah, Chadwick's hit me like. Do you know what's funny? Like, I would say I have more of a connection in terms of like his work with Michael K. Williams than I ever did with Chadwick. But it was just something about Chadwick's death that I don't know what that was about. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure what
Yeah,
it was, but it was something like literally in the moment, like I read it and I was just like, wow, like, and I couldn't
yeah.
think about anything else.
I actually cried when he died.
Oh no, I was bawling when he died, and I
Yeah,
couldn't even figure that out because I was just like, dog, like I don't have this huge connection to him, but I was just like, this ain't right. No matter
yeah.
how
Nah, literally, that's what
it's
it
just
felt
like,
like.
nah, this ain't it. So, when I saw this, I didn't have like the visceral reaction up front, but I knew I was like, yeah, as this sets in, it's gonna hurt. Um, and it took a little while for me to get there, but then it was kind of just like, damn, man. Like I seen a lot of the videos of him dancing, the videos of him talking, to the kid. He had one video where he was talking to a kid in the school, and that shit like had me bawling. I
I
couldn't hold it.
I remember that video, the kid in the school.
You seen that one?
I haven't seen it recently. Like I haven't seen that video pop up since he passed, but I saw that video when it originally
Yeah.
circulated.
So I saw it pop back up. Like I remember seeing that shit, and I was like, "Oh, that shit tore me up." I was like,
Yeah,
"Dog." Um, but yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely, um, it's tough. Like I remember, when we went through 2020, right? People were like, "Oh, 2020 was so bad," and I remember saying to myself, "Dog, this is every year from now on. This shit just gonna keep going.
yeah,
We're not going back. We're not gonna go back to a world where it gets better, nigga. We're gonna go back to where it's gonna get worse." So it's kind of one of those things where it's just like you just never know. You never
literally.
know. You are gonna wake up and you're gonna him? No, her? No, like and it's just. I think it's definitely. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how to really put it in words, but I think it's tough to deal with. It's tough to grapple with. Because
Yeah,
these people are, in part heroes. They're in part role models. They're in part people you see every day, right? People you see every other week, every week. So it's like these are people who, you've
they have a big part in your life.
right, exactly. Have a big part in
Like
like
Michael K. Williams, I pretty much grew up with this man.
exactly
I was
because you
watching The Wire. I was
figure
watching
Wire,
Boardwalk
Boardwalk
Empire.
Empire, yeah, you figure all the way up to Lovecraft now, right? Like you figure that's nigga, that's
He's
20.
been with me my whole life.
Yeah, that's 20 years of work. So it's kind of one of those things where um yeah, it kind of puts shit in perspective for me, truthfully. Like it's one of those things where it makes me realize like, damn man, like, we really got to do more for our people while they're here. We
Yeah,
got to definitely give more flowers to folks why they still here, because it's like, it's one of these things where, I heard all the stories afterwards of him passing and all the stories, and I'm just like, damn, man, like these stories are like, you know what I mean? Like this is the type of shit, but you don't hear these stories. And I'm not mad at these people, obviously, but it's like I just hate that it takes a death to hear these stories. I hate that it takes someone passing to hear, or, oh, I was in a club randomly and he saw me tripping. It's not like it's like, because to me, think about it. All day, all we're getting is the stupidity of celebrities, right? We're just getting the dumb shit. We're getting the sensationalized shit. We're getting all the weird shit. And it's like, but we never get shit like that. We're never getting
Until it's too
the
late.
human side.
They gone.
Not even necessarily like good, bad. I don't care. Like, we're not even getting the human side of it, right? Where it's just like, oh, I felt an emotion. Yeah, sure, I'm an actor who cries on command, but nigga, this ain't crying on command. Like, I feel for niggas. Yeah. So with that being said, I don't have.
You know what really messed me up afterwards? I read an article saying, I mean, you can't attribute his death to Lovecraft Country, but I read an article with him saying how much that role took out of him, and it caused him to relapse.
Yeah, that hurt. That hurt because they were saying that they were basically, he, like you said, the role was taking a lot out of him, and so he was going to, or they were supposed to be setting up some sort of like
a retreat or something
like,
for
like
everybody that was dealing with trauma.
So the second,
but then season 2 got canceled,
and again, they just decide not to do it, which I can understand, but at the same time, when you hear,
it's like you casting your artist aside.
Yeah, expect like I can understand just on the surface, like if this is a normal retreat and that happened, I get it, that makes sense. But like when he's telling, because I'm sure you had to see something, like you knew
he was doing interviews saying what was going on.
Right, yeah, okay, right. So exactly at that point, he's telling you. So when someone's telling you like that, to me, it's just something you can't play with. You know what I mean? Like you can't play with folks' sobriety, folks' sanity. Like it's just certain shit that when someone's letting you know, like you have to hear that. You have to hear that. There's no nothing else but hearing that. And so obviously, look, like I'm not placing shit there. Obviously, there's a lot there, but to me, I didn't even find out about how he passed for like a full day, which I enjoyed, to be 100% real with you.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed, because once I found out, I was like, oh, okay. This is why, because I saw a couple opinions and I was like, okay, this is why I was seeing those opinions. Okay.
I read the initial article and it said that there was paraphernalia found in his apartment, but they didn't rule that as the death at the time. And then a day later, they came out and said what it was.
I think for me, it was because I didn't read the article. I saw his New York Post article and I was just like, I'm not going to read it. Like, I mean, New York Post is just a shit rag. Like, so I'm not going to read it, and someone else will confirm it soon enough if it's true. So that was kind of one of those ones. But at the point I saw it, I knew it was true. It wasn't like an if. I was like, oh God, this is real. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think there has to be, it's kind of one of those things where there has to be some level of introspection here on the part of people involved with Lovecraft Country. A lot of different people, not just them, but it's got to be a lot of introspection involved, because it's like, when people say certain shit to you, it's just there's certain shit you can't shrug off. You know, there's just certain shit you got to take seriously every time you hear it, regardless of how many times you've heard it or when you've heard it, or oh, he's another one. And no, listen, man, there's certain shit that you just gotta take 100% seriously. And addiction is definitely one of them. And like I said, I don't even want to have the conversation off of the back of his passing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just like, that's not, to me, that's not, it does him and the conversation a disservice, in my opinion, because it's like, we're talking about fentanyl, right? Like it's a whole, that's not addiction, dog. That's poison, right? Like we're
literally
talking about a whole different argument. Like
there's so many people dying from fentanyl poison. Niggas aren't buying fentanyl. Niggas are buying cocaine.
Doing the same
that's laced with fentanyl
for 19 years, nigga. Except it was fentanyl in it today.
Nigga, I read something yesterday that said there's like fucking 3 milligrams of fentanyl. That's all it takes to kill somebody.
Yeah,
You know how small a milligram is?
Not even 3 grams, nigga. 3 milligrams.
Milligrams. That's all it takes to kill somebody. 3 milligrams. And
Mm-hmm.
niggas are putting this in cocaine.
Niggas trying to cut it and fucking the formula up. So, but yeah, so that was why, like, when I saw a lot of this addiction shit, and I was just like, how are y'all having this
This
conversation?
isn't even addiction. He got killed.
Yeah,
A nigga killed him maybe on accident.
And not to mention, like, it's just like you said, it's got nothing to do with addiction. Too, even if it did, I don't want to have this conversation now. I'm not doing it.
He just died. And you fucking
someone passes off of that. I'm not gonna sit up here and again, unless it was someone who had a lifetime. And now, granted, he had a lifetime struggle with addiction. But here's the thing: when someone has a problem with addiction, then they make it clear, yo, this role I played kind of fucked me up. And then nothing happens of that. And then you get into the scenario where they end up getting poisoned, essentially, right? It's like, again, to me, it's too many factors here for me to just place it solely at the feet of addiction. And that's where I'm going to tackle.
Yeah, I saw one article that really pissed me off where the dude was saying, like, this is just another reminder of how people need to ask for help when they need it. And I'm like, he literally did ask for help. He went to therapy. And he asked for additional help from the people that caused this trauma with this series.
And they said, yeah, we're going to do it. The show got canceled. Said, all right, well, fuck it. You ain't on my show, so.
Yeah, so he asked for help. That's not the issue. Yeah. He got poisoned. If he would be alive today if it wasn't fentanyl cut into his cocaine.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So this addiction shit
I'd be right back outside tomorrow.
Yeah. So everybody talk about addiction and ask for help. Suck a dick. That's not what it is.
You want to talk about anything? Talk about niggas cutting coke with fentanyl. That's it.
Talk about the problem.
Talk about that, because that shit is smoking niggas. And
yeah, even outside of Michael K. Williams, you know how many people died? Not even just people, because there's probably thousands of people. But you know how many famous people died in the last 2 weeks from fentanyl overdose? There was like 2 comedians. There was some other famous person. Like this,
and it's almost all coke related, isn't it? Or like I would assume coke powder. One of them,
Yeah, nobody's taking fentanyl. Everybody's doing coke.
And nobody's like,
some people might be doing heroin, but nobody's taking fucking fentanyl.
They're just getting it.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's literally like, say you were an alcoholic and you got like, oh yeah, I'm an alcoholic, blah blah. Then you go to the store and you drink one drink and that should blow up your liver or your kidneys because there was some shit in it. Like, nigga, that's
fucking hydrocodone mixing
alcoholism that killed me, nigga. Like, I could have drank a Bud Light every day for another 4 years before my lungs gave out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what killed me was the shit in my liquor. Like, it wasn't. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, this has nothing to. No. But again, a lot of that shit, I try to skate past because I'm like, I see all the time, like, people lack empathy. People lack people lack intelligence, emotional intelligence, just knowing when to say certain shit. Like, listen, I've seen niggas that I hate die. And don't get me wrong, I might feel how I feel, but my nigga, I'm not going to go to that person's family or their friends or their people that know them, you know what I mean? Or even get out publicly and say, because, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm the type of nigga, like, when certain people go, I'm happy about it. But I'm still not the dude who's just like, yeah, fuck that nigga, he dead. Fuck that nigga, he dead. Like, even then,
I'm that dude.
I know. But then even then, like, I still don't go that hard. Like, it's just one of them shits where, like, oh, so-and-so passed? Damn, finally. And that's it. Like, that's all I'll give it. You know what I mean? It's just like one of them shits where, damn time.
My favorite fucking image at the moment is that picture of Crocodile from One Piece. You know who he is, but he's a nigga in a fur coat lighting a cigar. And the title says Pack Watch, Rip Bozo, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And I love that image because every time some shithead dies, I'm just like, yeah, this image got to go up. Like, every time they bring up Ashley Babbitt, that image got to go. It got to go with it.
Yeah, but even that one's a perfect example,
Rip
right?
Bozo.
Like, the whole thing is like, even with that, is like, you'll see it and it's like, listen, well, sis definitely earned it. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I'm not gonna celebrate it because, like, you're dead.
No, I usually never celebrate it. The only time I post that image is when conservatives are saying dumb shit like she should still be alive today. I'm like, she should, but did she earn her death?
Yeah. Based on what she did, she should have got shot. Now, should she?
Exactly.
I don't know, but based on what she did, nigga, she should have got shot.
They gave her more warnings than they would have gave a nigga.
They absolutely did. There's only so much you can do with that, my nigga. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, it's like, way back in the day when you used to see the videos of niggas antagonizing cops and then the cops would do something. I'm like, bro, come on. You got out the way, threw your hands up, reached for his belt. He tased you first, then shot you, nigga. Like, he tried. He tried. I'm like you know what it's like. It's like that shit where it's like don't make me defend the government. Like don't make me defend the police. Don't make me defend white people. Don't make me defend these people I don't want to
Don't make me
defend.
defend the cop, yo.
Stop it.
Please.
But I'm saying, if you got out the whip, chase him around the car for 10 minutes, and then finally he's like, all right, I'm tired of running. I'm about to shoot. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't make me defend him. Please. So I don't know how the hell we got to that from Michael K. Williams passing, but rest in peace again to the legend, man.
Yeah.
What else? We don't got nothing else. So we're done. We're definitely done.
You can't talk about nothing else after that.
Yeah, no, you really can't. You really can't. That's all I got. So
yeah, all I got to say is yeah, Ashley Babbitt, Pack Watch, Rip Bozo, rest in peace.
No, you got to put somebody else on the Pack Watch, man. She been gone. You breaking up. See, they trying to get you.
Yeah. It was some radio host, a conservative, who nicknamed himself Mr. Anti-Vax that died from COVID. So Pack Watch, rest in peace, Rip Bozo.
Yeah, it's weird. That whole ivermectin shit is extremely weird. I don't even know where to go with it. It's just
this. What's really making me mad about the ivermectin shit is it not just. Well, the first thing is, do you find it ironic that people are taking ivermectin preemptively before they even have COVID, so that it will lessen their chance of getting COVID or lessen their symptoms?
What do you call it when you
instead of
preemptively
getting
treat
a vaccine?
Yeah, what do you call it when you preemptively treat like it?
So y'all are taking horse dewormers to stop COVID
instead of the vaccinations I made.
That's the first thing that pissed me off.
Gotcha.
The second thing was, in some states, they're giving it to prisoners without telling them what it is.
Oh, this was it. I saw that. That was disgusting. They should arrest for that.
I think it happened in Ohio and Arkansas.
Yeah, I think Arkansas was one of them.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's some burn the hell type shit. But so remember when we first started, right before we started, I said I had something to talk about because of some silly shit, and I didn't say it. I just remember what it was. Okay, this is the silliest shit I'm gonna read all fucking day. Okay, Usher, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and Julianne Hough will host a competition series titled "The Activist." Hold on, I'm not there yet. Activists go head to head in challenges to promote their causes, with their success measured via online engagement, social metrics, and host input.
This is the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Top comments: sorry, Charlie, your post didn't get enough likes. We're tearing down your orphanage. But
who thinks of this? Who will want this?
I listen, Usher, got a lot of respect for you, bro. You gonna have to see me outside.
I like Usher's music, but he's more and more seeming cornier and cornier.
Nah, he looks like not a great guy. But you gotta see me outside for this, for 100%. 100%, you gotta see me outside.
I didn't even recognize none of the other names, but Usher, why are you participating in this?
Priyanka Chopra, you don't recognize her?
Bianca? No, who's Bianca Chopra?
Priyanka. She's what was she in? She was in
like C?
She was in a whole bunch of shit. With a P. P is in plumber.
Priyanka.
Julianne Hough used to be in a bunch of movies like early 2000s.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, but this is a silly ass idea. Like, this is silly as shit.
Priyanka Chopra. Do not know who this is. She looks good though. Oh, she's gonna be in Matrix 4. She was in Baywatch. Yeah, Priyanka.
You recognize her though, right? Now that you've seen her?
No, I don't. I've never seen her before. She looks good though.
Okay.
I've never seen her before.
Who's
the other person? Julianne Hough. I do recognize that name.
This is ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, you basically turned activism into The Masked Singer, like, or activism into America's Next Top Activist. Like, this is.
Wait, I just googled Julianne Hough. Why do I know her name? She's not even an actress. She's a dancer. How do I know her?
An actress.
Oh, when I googled her name, the first thing that came up was American Dancer.
Why did that come up?
I don't know. It's literally the first thing that came up. That's weird.
Oh, well, she is a dancer. Is she? Has she always been a dancer?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, that's why I know her. Her brother is the guy who is a dancer on this show. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Anyway, this shit stinks.
So like I'm looking at the movie she's been in, and I don't recognize any of this.
Yeah, I saw Footloose. That was about all. Footloose and Rock of Ages. Those are the only two I remembered.
I've seen Footloose, Rock of Ages, Dirty Grandpa, but I don't remember her in those
Yes, yeah.
movies.
You wouldn't, because she's just probably just
She's
a
one of
woman.
those people. I know her name, but I can't place her.
She was just a woman dancing. But yeah, no, this stinks. This
You know,
fucking
this
stinks.
is terrible idea. Whoever came up with this needs to be removed from the earth via catapult.
Fuck a catapult. I'm trying to stuff him into a harpoon gun. And I don't know, man. I gotta get creative with the way I'm gonna get rid of these niggas.
Just shoot them straight up into the sky. If they go to
Somebody said
space,
I
they go
got
to
a better
space. If
show
not, they
for you.
come down.
Too Naked Afraid with CEOs. I was like,
That would be
okay.
great.
But yeah, you know, honestly, I feel like shit like this, and maybe I'm, no, I'm not. But shows
You're
like
just trying
this,
to see.
shows like
They
this, give me the This feels like almost like psyops. You get what I'm saying?
It seems like they're trying to see what they can get away with.
It's like psychological operations. It's like, all right, I want to see just how much I can push this shit. Just how much I can push this shit. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. All right.
Why would they? Are rich people really so out of touch that they thought this was a good idea to like? I think that the people that
I
came up with
already
this
know. I
show
know how
only
they
have
saw it.
bad intentions.
I know how they
But
saw
the
it. I know exactly how they saw it. And it doesn't make sense, but from their perspective, it's what you would do. Right? They saw this shit as, okay, think about it. What are these activists really missing? They're missing the platform. So if
exposure,
we give them the
yeah,
platform, even if they lose, they'll still be able to take our platform that we gave to them and then run with it. Right? So from their perspective, that makes perfect sense. The only problem is you created a game out of real life issues. Nigga,
that
you
is
don't see what's
definitely.
wrong with okay, the winner gets his orphanage paid for. Niggas just like that's and the kids back there and the kids like, come on, please get this. I don't want to go back to the crib tonight. Come on, man. I want to go to the hotel tonight, please. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna try my best, man. Like that'd be the only thing that'd make it worse, right? Would be that the people that they actually give money to have to be a part of it. Like it's like a team based thing. Like, all right, it's team racism against team Antifa, and the winner here gets
God,
like this is bad. This would be great
this
for
is
like a
awful.
satire show. Like this seems like a show on a show. You get what
You
I'm
know
saying?
what's crazy? Have you seen Mike Tyson Mysteries?
Mm-hmm.
They literally had an episode of Mike Tyson Mysteries where he went on some fucking cooking show and he was representing a charity and it was all famous people there representing charities.
I've seen that.
And yes, you know exactly what episode I'm talking about where he like cut his hands up on some fucking aluminum cans and then tried to
No,
serve
but
it
they
to the
do that.
judges.
When I said I've seen that, I didn't mean that episode. I meant they do that a
Oh,
lot. Like people do that a lot. Now that I don't have as much of a problem with because you're basically competing for your charity. I mean, they do the same thing with the All-Star games and some of these other NBA shits where like it's like when they have NBA games where it's like, oh, for every 3, we'll donate $100 to so and such
mm-hmm.
charity. I don't mind shit like that. But when you do it's just not the
There's
same.
not even anyone representing the charity. You got the charity there themselves
Yeah, you got the activists
competing.
themselves. Yeah, like I'm trying to raise money for women's liberation, and then what? I'm gonna get let go because I didn't get enough engagement metrics and
Did
input. Like,
did
think
they
about it.
even mention money? Because the shit that I saw said that they win based off of social engagement. What do
Yeah,
they
right.
win?
Yeah, and it
Do
says
they win just
participants will
views?
aim to attend the G20 summit where they meet with world leaders in the hope of securing funding. What is this shit? It's a
Yeah,
bunch
so
of
they don't
bullshit.
even win money. Niggas are
It's a
going
circle
up
jerk.
there.
It's a circle jerk. This is literally rich niggas get a chance to literally see some of the shit on the ground floor, and I think a lot of these rich niggas are looking at it from the perspective of, I don't know what these issues are. Like, I don't even know the issues a regular everyday person is facing because I'm not that guy. Like, you can be a rich black person and really not understand racism anymore because you're so far removed from it. Now, you might still run into racism, but you just
Literally,
don't.
ASAP Rocky said that. He said, "I don't get the Black Lives Matter movie because I'm rich."
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
the
And
nigga
don't get me
got
wrong,
locked up in Sweden.
I guarantee you he faces racism again when he got locked up in Sweden, right? Not to mention many other places, but those niggas don't see it. So it's the same thing. These rich niggas probably don't see anything wrong with this. In their head, they're genuinely thinking, well, that's how it works, right? The campaign with the most shit, that's the one that people, it resonates the most, right? So that's what this competition be about, making campaigns where we resonate, and we got a bunch of people to help you with your campaigns. And because to me, think about it, take the competition aspect out of this, take Usher and these two other women out of this, and just say you were launching a program to help activists promote their causes, measure their success, and give them input. Nigga, that's just a think tank. You get what I'm saying? Which is good, which is very good. Like, you got a whole bunch of activists together. I'm gonna help y'all niggas build y'all activism. But when you add hosts, turn this into a competition, put it on CBS or NBC, whatever the dumbass channel is gonna be airing this shit, it's like, dog, come on, man. Come on, man.
This is, like I said before, I literally think the creators of the show have nothing but malice in their intentions. There's no way you could. The actors, the artists that are going to be participating, like you said, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, because they're thinking, how can they give a platform to these people? But the people that came up with the show, they did this malicious shit on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, this is not
This
good.
is disgusting.
This is not good. This is not good. I remember seeing it when right before we first started, and like I was just like, I can't, I don't even know what to do with that. But man, no, that shit's nuts. That is nuts. And on that note, I am 100% ready to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, so appreciate y'all for listening. It's been a hefty 2 hours today. Oh no, just under 2 hours. But it's been a hefty 2 hours today. Appreciate y'all for listening. Finna head on out of here.
Rip Pack Watch. Rip Bozo. Rest in piss.